Well, we're 5 days into preseason. It's hot, but that's okay. We're dealing with it. And I think that our outlook on the season is pretty bright. For the first time since I've been here, we have a more even distribution of probably upperclassmen, meaning juniors and seniors, than we do freshmen and sophomores. And that has not been the case since I arrived in 2013. We've always had way more freshmen and sophomores, which obviously puts a little bit of undue stress on players and responsibilities and their impact, because the SEC is a league of athleticism and strength and power. And when you have more older players, it can put stresses on a team because they haven't experienced it. And so, I believe the first time since I've been here, we're in a place where we've never been before because we have more experience. Part of it is the two young women who sit beside me exemplify that. Mallory's been here since 2014. Ari was a transfer, but both of them have logged a lot of games, a lot of minutes, and we have a lot of players currently on our roster that fulfill that kind of expectation that we have. And so when we put in the lineup sheet for the game this year, even though we have a lot of talented freshmen incoming, in years past, the majority of the starting lineup has been freshmen, 5, 6, 7 at times. This year, I don't think we'll see impact from all the freshmen that we have, but you probably won't see 5 freshmen starting at the same time. So we're super excited. I think we're more prepared than we've ever been before, and we look forward to our first exhibition game against Memphis on Wednesday.
Questions?
Mm-hmm.
Just to the ladies, just why do y'all think, what are your thoughts about this upcoming season? Why do you think you're going to be improved? Both of you can.
Okay, I'll go first. Just like Coach Aaron said, I think we have a lot of experience this year, which has been different than any other year. And I feel like just coming in this summer, you could see like leadership coming from just the upperclassmen and throughout from like the whole team, not just coming from like one person or a couple people on the team. And so I think like the culture of our team is really been created this year, and I'm excited to see how that'll impact us on the field. Just having or using our past experience and helping the incoming freshmen, and just using all our talents and leveraging like our experience and like our team culture together.
We have a lot of returning starters and just returning people in general, so I think that'll give to the leadership. Everybody has a role and nobody's afraid to talk to each other. And we had a long summer, but it was a lot of fun. We played soccer, and some of us ran a little more, but we had a lot of fun, and we're all super excited about our new clubhouse. So I think that gives us more to play for and more excitement. So that's important too.
I was going to ask you about the clubhouse. You mentioned a little bit, but what are your thoughts about seeing that clubhouse being built right by the building?
It's really exciting. It just shows the athletics department's commitment to our sport, and just the community's commitment to our sport, and it's just really exciting to see that finally be built for this program. And it just, like Ari said, it gives us something more to play for, just to know that we're encouraged by the athletic department and all of Starkville.
Aaron, last year, of course, had big wins against Kentucky. You can really start to see the progress of the program and things. I know it's kind of just a general question, but how big is that for these girls to see, what we can compete?
Well, I think, culture is something that's not created overnight. Culture is created over time, and I found that probably more difficult than I ever thought it would be coming here, because not because of not the ability to do it, just wanting to change it overnight, and you get things that are ingrained over time that are different than what maybe the head coach wants to see. And so that process, last year was the third year into the process, and so that for that reason alone, I thought we were way just competitive in virtually every match we played. I mean, I think any sport's going to go through a season where you have ones where you didn't play as well as you wanted to, you didn't show up. That's sports in general. But to go out and feel like you could go toe-to-toe with the best teams in our conference, get good results when we needed to, be playing a meaningful game till the very last game of the season was big. Those experiences help cultivate this season, because if I were to criticize our team from last year, not valuing non-conference, not valuing what it means to play Friday, Sunday, and have to come back and play after a tough loss, those were things that we had to learn as a team last year. And that's why I think this year, the freshmen that were involved, the sophomores that were involved in last year's team, really could take those experiences and understand what it's going to be about this year, which you can't do it unless you experience it. And if you got a back-to-back win on a weekend, you know what that feeling's like, and you can bring that along. If you have a tough loss and you feel sorry for yourself on the Sunday and don't play as well, you realize that every single opponent that we're going to play against wants to beat us. We want to beat them. And if we give something less than what we're capable of, you're going to probably be on the wrong side of the scoreline. So, big wins that we had last year were meaningful, but I think they're even more meaningful because of what we're bringing back. As Ari said, it's not just experience. We have lots of starters who are coming back. I mean, when I went into last year, I knew Ari was going to be our starting center back because of her experience coming from another conference. She had been with us in the spring. She didn't get to play with Courtney Robichaux in the spring. She got 5 days to prepare before her first game. Well, see, now that you've got this relationship that's been cultivated over time. Kaylin Harmon wasn't the slated starting right back until literally the first game of the season because she was overcoming injuries the year before. So right away we have 3 people who come back, so there's some continuity. Carly Malden, a freshman, logged more minutes than anyone else on our team last year. So there's more experience. And so, those are layers that will translate to not just being competitive, but I think are going to translate to wins. And I think this team is way more motivated than ever before, not looking back saying, God, I wish I could have. It's like, now I know what is expected. I know what we need to do. I know how tough the league is. I know that non-conference is just as important as conference. I mean, soccer only gets 20 opportunities in the fall, and to take any one of them any lighter than the next can be a mistake. I don't think our team is in that place anymore. And here's what's special about Mallory and Ari and the rest of the upperclassmen. The freshmen coming in now have a group of young ladies to look at who can help prepare in terms of mentality, mindset, preparation. Whereas before, when you're the freshman and you don't have anyone to kind of groom you, teach you, give you expectation, sometimes you take your lumps, and we've obviously been through that. So I just think we're in a much better place than we've ever been before in total, in terms of competition. I mean, if I were to tell you our starting lineup today, I might have an idea, but I mean, we've got a lot of good battles going on that I think everyone's on their toes, and good competition makes for people to, I think, rise to the occasion. So, I just wish we had more time, but unfortunately soccer doesn't give us, we start on the 3rd and we got an exhibition on the 10th. That's not a lot of time. And we had finals in between that. And I'm not complaining because every school has to go through that. But, we can't slog it out in 2 days every day, because then, these girls would be hurt and they wouldn't be able to play in the game. So, I couldn't say it enough that looking at the team that we just have more coming back in terms of maturity, experiences, good and bad, that I think will serve us well for the season.